Chris is watching me just move my mouth. Nom, 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 nom.
Alright, we have audio.
Okay,
Oh,
hi.
hi.
Can you hear us now?
Okay, so we didn't get very far.
Okay, cool.
Childers has started watching.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm Ty Hooks. This is Joe from Girls Born Gin, in case you didn't hear me say that before. She is here because we are talking urban legends today.
Yes.
Yes, we are talking about Atuk.
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 A-T-U-K. Atuk.
Which I think is funny because that's such a weird name to begin with anyway.
It was. When I asked you what we were going to be watching, I thought it was going to be like an Egyptian type thing. It sounds like an Egyptian horror movie or something.
It already sounds like an urban legend.
Yeah, and I was like, what is this? And then, I actually watched it and I was like, oh, holy crap. It's like about actual celebrities and stuff that are all connected in this weird, tragic way.
I think I don't know.
It's interesting. We'll get into it.
It's weird, yeah. In case you don't know what Atuk is a script. It's a screenplay that was written by this guy from Canada. I almost said Canada, yeah. I was like, he's a Canadian from Canada. But what's up?
Kenneth Grant and Austin Powell just joined.
Hi.
Hey, guys.
Hi, guys.
What's up, Austin?
Also,
He's the guy that donated the tickets to the downtown craft beer festival.
Oh, thank you so much.
That's Frankie in the background, in case you didn't know.
Also, Kira says the script.
Yes, the script.
She was the one that suggested it also.
Oh, that's right. I was about to say, there was a comment. You made that comment that suggested this, actually.
Okay.
And it was funny because it was like the day right after Frankie suggested it. So,
oh.
yeah, so it's kind of like
we can add
meant
that
to
to
be.
it. Good.
Dude, it kind of freaked me out because who was it? Someone made a joke that I should go read the script. Was it you, Frankie?
Oh.
Or was it Miguel?
Rude.
Yeah, I know. And I was like, they want me to
I
die.
only said for $5 Patreon we read the script online.
I don't want to die. Anyway, so speaking of dying, if you don't know what it is, basically this was a script that was written by a guy in Canada, and he started showing it to, actors that he wanted to be in the main lead for the part, and they all died, basically, and everyone thinks that it's because of the script.
Right.
So
yeah, actually the script was, I think it was an adaptation to a book.
Yes.
Yeah. And the first actor they took it to was John Belushi, who died shortly after accepting the part for the lead role in the script. He died shortly after, on March 5th, 1982, of a drug overdose, which later on, I guess they thought they
thought it was an overdose, but then later it turned out that it was murder.
Yeah, by his drug dealer, Catherine Smith.
Yeah, and then that was the same year that he read the script.
Yeah.
And then about 4-ish years later, another guy that they would want for the main role,
Sam Kinison.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I can't read names. It was like Sam
Yeah, Sam Kinison, who actually died of a car accident. Another car swerved into his lane and hit him head on his way to doing a comedy show in Laughlin, Nevada. And someone who was nearby the accident went up to Sam, and I guess he just looked very shocked and was, looking at, it seemed like he was looking at somebody that wasn't there, and was saying, I don't want to die, and then he kind of pauses, and he was like, but why? And then he pauses again, and he's like, whispers, okay, and then he just dies. So,
what the fuck?
And that was shortly after accepting the role for that. But also they kind of think the reason why he angered the curse was because he was always late on the set. He has drug problems.
So the script
overweight.
isn't just like, no, everyone dies. They're like, no, there's
Like,
reasons
he
why you're
angered
dying.
it. Well, he went and had the script rewritten, and then took it.
Sam did.
Yeah, Sam Kinison had it
okay.
rewritten. More to his liking, and then took it to the studio the next day and went to present it, and that's when they got upset about it, and then shortly after that he got in the accident.
Wow, that's freaky. See, I like things like this, but I don't know. I believe. So it doesn't help that I'm like a little kid believing everything I hear. But yeah, and then that was like what, like 9 years later?
Or
like
6 years later, maybe.
Yeah, something like that. So it's not like a pattern where it's like, because John Belushi, he died in 82 when he read the script in 82. So that was the same year.
Right.
Then the next time, Sam Kinison, is that how you say his name?
Yes.
Kinison. It was like 88.
So it was like
Tino
To
Zamora
97.
just joined and said Pekkas.
Pekkas!
Pekkas.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I don't know what that means. And you know this.
Is it a reference to the soda?
You know this.
Dr. Pekkas?
No, he just does it on every single
Oh.
show. And I pretend like I know, but I don't know.
Just
And
read
he
him
knows
back,
that I don't
Pekkas.
know. Pekkas. I think it's like a nickname for like.
Also, Kira
Something.
says, so freaky, I love this.
I know, it's really cool. I couldn't get into much detail that I wanted to because I was busy. But every time I hear a little bit more, I'm like, oh my god,
Can I
sounds
ask you
great.
guys a question then?
Huh?
Were
Yeah.
these deaths, like, do you know how some of them died?
Yeah,
yeah,
the
all
first
of them.
one. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. Sorry, I was just saying we know all of them.
The first one they thought it was an overdose, but then later on they found out it was actually a murder of a drug dealer.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because, like, did she make it look like it was an overdose or what? That's what I'm wondering.
Well, the coroner officer I think said was Oh no, I'm thinking of Chris Farley.
Frankie, do you know?
Was it
Say
the
again?
cocaine and the meth that
I was
she
about to say
mixed
the
up?
overdose.
Oh, yeah,
which
it was a
one
mysterious overdose. But later
That-
on, after they did the autopsy, they found out that it looked more malicious. And I think it was a couple years later the family paid to do an investigation.
So
And-
she made it look like it could have been an
Right.
overdose, the
Right.
drug dealer.
Right.
So that's pretty cool.
Surely did it just to rob him,
Yeah.
which, they're on drugs. They don't know what the hell they're doing.
Right? Drugs. Don't do them, kids. Anyway, and then Frankie oops, you didn't hear me. Miguel. And then after that, the next one was what was it? How did
John
he die?
Candy?
Oh,
Oh,
was
wait.
an auto accident. They got
Oh,
in a-
yeah.
he got in a car crash. Or
Sam
something.
Kinison got in the car accident.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
in Needles here in California.
Yeah.
They have like a monument, like a statue. I don't know if it's there in Needles or if it's somewhere else, but I know they have a Sam Kinison monument.
I figure most of this would be LA, huh? Or no?
Oh, they're
I wonder
LA
if they-
guys because they're like famous.
I was about to say because
celebrities,
it's like
so-
Hollywood, so I assume most of this would be in California.
Illuminati setup.
Illuminati. Anyway, I know I'm like, not that Wap's Nest is that famous enough to be a part of Illuminati, so you're fine.
Yeah.
But
Illuminati.
that you know
Illuminati.
of. Underground.
Underground. Do we have any comments?
Bobby Rubio just joined.
Hi.
Also, Chris Farley OD'd and Hartman murdered by wife.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there were 5 of them. There's Chris Farley, Phil, and then John Candy.
John Candy.
Awesome.
He was presented with the script a little while after Sam Kinison had passed
Yeah.
away, and he accepted the role. And then a little while later, he ended up having a heart attack and dying.
Yeah. Which is weird
Yes.
because yes.
Robert Gage just joined.
Hi. Hi,
A lot
Robert.
of people joining in.
Good.
It's because Girls Going Gin is here. I'm like, this is why we keep them around. No, okay.
You're pretty
It's a joke.
Nice
God,
to
it's
know
on
I'm
her
worth
face.
something.
Wow.
Literally. But
I'm offended.
you should be.
I'm not. I just want the numbers. Stretch your whole video.
That's Miguel, in case you didn't know. But yeah. So then, right after John Candy was Phil Hartman.
No, it went to Chris Farley, actually.
Did it?
Sorry, I don't mean to be rude. It went to Chris Farley
You're
first.
so rude right now.
I know, I'm sorry.
You're so extra. No. No. I want to be corrected because I don't know.
Well, it went to Chris Farley first after
The
John Candy.
script or death? Do you
No,
mean though?
the script went to Chris Farley,
Oh, okay.
and he accepted the role. Was really interested in doing it. He was actually prepping for the film, and then he was trying to bring on Phil Hartman as the villain in the movie.
I was about to say, so he showed the script.
Yeah, he showed
to
the
Hartman.
script. Yeah.
So he shared information,
Yeah,
kind of.
and Phil Hartman was super excited and was like on board with wanting to do it.
Mhm.
Are you saying that the script is exactly like The Ring? The movie The
Ooh,
Ring?
yes.
Like where you're
Not
going
gonna-
with this.
What,
That's exactly what
if,
we're saying.
What if they read the script and they're like 7 days and Chris Farley was like, fuck this, and was showing it to someone else? And
I
then
die, you
he's
go
like,
with
"Nah."
me.
That would be so sad.
Yeah.
Is that like Gatorade?
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Chris Farley though, he ended up dying December 18th, 1997 of an overdose, which was actually really messed up because he was in there. He had a lady friend in there with him, and as he was as he was dying, he's begging this woman. She was a prostitute, wasn't she, Frankie?
I believe so.
Yeah, she was a
Yeah.
prostitute. He was like begging her to call for help. He didn't know what was going on, and she refused to get help for him. She purposely let him die on the floor, and then took
Right.
off. And
Did she freaked out, or was she like trying to be
No.
malicious?
I think she was just trying to be
Here it says,
malicious.
This topic is great, but can we say a great happy birthday to the Robert England?
Yes.
Happy birthday,
Freddy Cougar.
Yay!
I'm gonna haunt your dreams, bitches.
I was gonna say, we'll dream of your birthday tonight as you're killing us.
Oh.
Oh shit! But yeah. Happy birthday
Yes. Happy
if you're
birthday.
watching this.
Robert
No, I'm kidding.
England.
He's probably watching right now. Oh yeah, he just checked in, said thank you girls.
See you in your dreams.
1, 2,
I know,
7
right?
for you.
Ah.
1, 2, come. I'm like 3, 4. Been knocking that door. Anyway, what's that? Oh, he was gonna throw a strawberry at me. Anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, died of an OD. Like I said, he was begging the prostitute to pretty much call for help, and she just let him die on the floor. It was
so
pretty
sad.
malicious. It really was. It wasn't that she was freaked out at all. And
She just let him
then
die. Was she already paid? Is that what happened?
probably, or she just wanted to clean out, the rest of what he had.
Oh,
on him,
definitely.
so.
Oh, how sad is that?
And then a couple months later, like maybe 6 months later, Phil Hartman was having marital problems with his wife. She was addicted to drugs and alcohol, and he was really trying to hold on to the marriage. And
Who was that? That was Hartman?
yeah, Phil Hartman. His wife ended up going out. She said she had a late meeting or whatever, and she went out. She was drinking. She came home at 3 a.m. while he was asleep, and shot him 3 times point blank and killed him.
Oh my god.
And then she ran to the neighbor's
I mean,
house.
gosh. For the religious ones out there. Anyway.
And then she ran to the neighbor's house screaming that she had killed her husband. She called 911 saying, I killed him, I killed my husband, and I don't know why. And the neighbor went back next door, and they had 2 small children in the house. The neighbor went and took the 2 small children out of the house, and then she went back into the house and went back into the bedroom where she had just murdered him, waiting for the police, locked herself in the door. And the police said that when they got up to the bedroom door, they can hear her saying that same thing over and over again. I killed him, and I don't know why. And then she ended up using the gun on herself and taking her own life.
Oh my god.
And who has it? Warner Brothers has it? Or United Artists?
Yeah,
Artists.
United
There is a
Artists.
story though that goes back to Phil Hartman, that he had also had a drug problem but was off, and his wife, he was trying to get her off, and that night she went out with Andy Dick, and he's the one that gave her the drugs.
That's right.
And so that's why there's I forget his name, but he was also an SNL guy.
And he hates Andy Dick.
He absolutely
doesn't he?
hates
Yeah.
Andy Dick because of that, because he
blames
knew
him.
I
how
wonder
hard
if Sam
Phil Hartman was trying to
Kinison-
get off of it.
Yeah.
I wonder if Sam Kinison was like
Oh,
had
yeah.
to do something with drugs.
Oh, yeah. Sam Kinison.
Because I mean, this
drank
is
and
all
did-
kind of drug related.
They all did drugs, and that
Mhm.
was the thing. With the exception of Phil Hartman, that's why I'm like, ooh, it's a good story and everything like that. But honestly, I kind of think in a way that, with the exception of Phil Hartman, I think it was just typecast. But I think the guy started looking for the same thing, overweight, middle age-ish, white guy, and they
Yeah.
all just so happened because they're Hollywood, and it was a really, thing. You get caught up in Hollywood because a lot of it's partying and,
Right.
they were all on drugs and alcohol and or had heart problems on top of that.
Yeah.
And it was just weird timing, maybe, I don't know.
For all 5 of them, though, I mean,
I don't
that's
know.
I would think of that maybe for 2 actors, maybe even 3, but there's 5 that just so happen to die right after this magic script just
Yeah.
keeps popping up. I think not.
Do you think there's a script supervisor out there like, oh, I could act, and I'd be perfect for this role? So every time they found a new person, he murdered them. Like
Yeah. No.
Someone kind of behind the scenes, obviously, that we wouldn't suspect.
Are you raising your hand? Are you volunteering? Did you kill them?
Yeah, I want to volunteer for the script.
Volunteers tribute.
But was there a certain time frame for this, or?
No, it was all random.
Yeah. Okay.
A couple of them ended up dying the same year they got the
I was
script, but
about to
most of them was
say-
like a year or 2.
Yeah.
Well, even Sam Kinison was like 6-7 years difference. He
That's
was
a lot.
like, yeah, but like they still didn't make it through that whole time.
And just a quick correction from the beginning, it was written into a book by the Canadian guy, and then sold the movie rights to an American guy, and he's the one that was starting it out.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
So the book was by the Canadian.
Right. It's called The Incomparable Atuk.
Yeah.
Kira says, but even still, directors won't touch it.
Until today.
No, of course
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, they ended up.
Miguel, no.
Who was it?
Well, now
United
flash the
Artists?
script in front of the screen for all of you to see.
I was about to say, quick, everyone read it. No, everyone dies.
Oh,
You've always
truth or dare?
trusted.
You're gonna truth or dare this? You know, the idea
Oh
of truth or
yeah,
dare.
how
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, just show everybody the script. Then
I need you
everybody
to
has-
play this game with me.
Uh,
Do you want to play?
Angel has joined us.
I need you to cut out your tongue. Hi, Angel.
What would happen if you made a movie about the script?
Well, they've done lots of little documentaries on it, so I don't think
No,
that's
but I
an
mean
issue.
like,
Well, I mean, that's what happened in Scream, or Scream 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you just get copycats.
Yep.
You get copycat demons.
I think Tony's trying to say, yeah, if you make a movie about the script, that movie can't kill anybody.
I feel like
Yeah.
all of us should
So
be
you're
on the
reversing
show.
the curse. Like you don't get the script till the day of.
Right.
More improv the movie.
Yeah.
So, does anybody know what the script's about?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is about.
Frankie does. She does. I don't.
I mean I do, but I'm sure I'm gonna like jack up the pieces of it. But it's
I was
like
about to say,
they said
it's-
it was like a coming of age story
Yeah.
about this lady who is a real estate mogul. She works for
So,
this
something that I
guy,
feel like
and his
is
son
sort
gets
of
saved.
basic.
It's basic as shit. It's
Which is
nothing
why
we
I
would go
feel
watch.
it's so weird that this would be such a crazy experience.
When the time
Yeah.
came out, weren't there a bunch of movies that are kind of like
Yes.
big guy, funny?
Yeah.
Just make a movie real fast.
Right.
It's about a Inuit grandfather that's adapted life in the big city,
Yeah.
and it deals with like social issues, racial issues, kind of stuff. But it was supposed to be a funny satire.
I
but-
thought they were like trying to save some like place out off in Alaska or whatever that they were. Okay, well then I watched a
Big
different video.
city.
That is not what I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was the search for the recipe to ice.
Little Mantis.
Oh my God, bring him over here. We found a friend.
We have a new guest right now.
we have a new host.
Manny the
That's
Mantis.
so fun, Kev.
Manny the Mantis.
Might not.
Oh,
Let's see if it does.
He's just a widow guy.
He is. He's a little
Andrew
guy.
Nardis
Can you
has
see him,
joined.
y'all?
Hey, Andrew.
Can you see him? Hi, Andrew.
What's up, Andrew?
so
Hey.
far behind.
I know. We're
I know,
delayed.
like,
Everybody's being like, man, did you see that show last night? They just held the Mantis up to the screen for like 20 minutes.
Oh, he kind of shows up. Hold him up near Ty's hair.
That's Manny the
you
Mantis.
can't tell where
No,
Tyler
not
is.
literally
No,
up
no,
to
no.
her hair.
He got pissed.
Hi, friend. He's like, you know what? Fuck you
Come
guys.
back next week, Manny.
So I'm not going on that hair.
He just took off.
He saw himself on screen. He's like,
Okay.
and he like flew
Yeah,
off.
he got
I
Sorry,
scared.
will
y'all.
volunteer to read the script.
No. If you die, I do not want to be
I think you can actually find
responsible
copies
for
of
you.
the script.
Well, they said that they had, it actually got like so bad talked about, like United Artists took it and put it away, kind of like locked, sealed it up.
I was
But
about to say, does anyone have the actual script?
but
or is
no,
it
but
like,
you can supposedly find like copies of it somewhere.
I'm sure United Artists locked that shit away.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
that's actually not an uncommon practice either. Not just for curses,
Right.
quote unquote, but for scripts that they will literally
Yeah,
buy
they'll
a
lock
bunch
them
of
away.
them that are like projects they want to make, just so no one else can make them.
right.
They'll
okay.
buy 24 scripts in a month that are, okay, we have a role for a Keanu Reeves character. We don't want anyone to make this movie like the one we're going to
Right,
make.
so they buy the
they'll
rights
them,
out.
hide them away, and be done with them.
Alright,
Nice.
Greg Hernandez just joined it.
From
Hi.
Chicago?
Hi, Greg.
Oh.
And
Chi-town, what's
Kira
up?
did confirm
Is he in
with-
Chicago
or
already?
Just agreed with me and said it's like the ring.
No,
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I think that was awesome.
But I
Greg,
really
are you
want to
in
read
Chicago?
the script. Like I'll do it.
No.
I would like to know what it's. Yeah, I want to read it.
Yeah, like just out of curiosity, like I don't want to produce it.
We should do
I
a
just
Freaky
want to read it.
Friday and do Ghost Story night.
Ooh, that'd be awesome.
Well, couldn't you just read the book and kind of get the gist?
No.
I was about to say, I'd rather read the book. I wouldn't read the script because that's too superstitious for
That's
me.
like riding a bike with a helmet. Come on, guys.
You're like, what fun is that?
Yeah, let's get the real thing here. Jeez. Questions, comments, concerns?
I'm very concerned about you two not wanting to read the script.
Nobody
there's
asked
some-
me.
are there-
I'm a great actress, so like if I read it, I would die.
Oh wow.
God.
Oh, what if we
Throw
did
things
a
at her right
gender
now.
a gender swap?
Would it work?
At
Would it
Tucker?
work?
If it was a gender swap, would it work?
At
Yeah.
Takina?
Well, Ghostbusters and
Takina?
Ocean's 8. This.
I don't think that's the I don't think that's
I
the
wanna
name
see
of like
Ocean's
the
8.
guy, right?
Ghostbusters look
He's
terrible.
like
Well,
Atakina.
was this
I'm like, I don't think we have to gender swap that part.
Yeah.
Atuki tuki.
the only reason why I want to watch that movie.
Alright, besides this curse though, were there any that you guys know of from Hollywood? Like, there's a Poltergeist one, or The Exorcist. on
What's the
set
Poltergeist one?
With the little girl.
A lot of them actually died.
Yeah.
A lot of the actors in that movie died.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the
Oh,
entire
that's
movie.
right.
What about the
That's
Batman
right.
Curse?
Huh?
The Batman curse. I don't know what the
Batman
Batman
curse.
curse is. And I
There was
love
like a
Batman.
string of people who played Batman
Yeah.
who died, and it's just like.
Well,
when they
Adam
did-
West was pretty old when he died.
Well, yeah, but like there was a slew of like films. Wasn't
Man,
that
Adam
anything?
West
like
was
the
a
Batman
badass.
death?
Mm-hmm.
Like Curse of Batman.
Well, Christopher.
I know. I don't think
Christopher-
it's so much of a
Superman.
curse. It's just that
Coincidence.
the Batman Returns really
Strange.
sucked.
I heard there's a Superman curse. Yeah, after you play Superman, you get screwed in your roles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your career dies.
Exorcist, yeah.
The Exorcist was one where they're like paranormal happening on set.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was based off of a real events.
A real haunting.
Yeah, of a little boy and not a little girl.
That's right, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you clearly can't tell now because back then they didn't know. They could have identified differently, so you can't really tell.
For all we know, the ghost is actually not a ghost at all, or a
Yeah,
demon.
it didn't identify that way.
It identified as that little boy it was haunting.
Oh, we have okay.
Like, I'm gonna be a purple people eater. That's all I know.
Yeah. Ah,
Jeez Louise.
yeah, I like the Poltergeist one is probably my favorite out of all of them. I just think that's
And
awesome.
that one was crazy. And on
It was.
I watched parts of. I like to watch different videos on like horror movies and things that you didn't realize were real. But I supposedly on the Poltergeist 2 set, when they were down in the ditch with all the water and there's the dead bodies floating around and the skeletons. Supposedly those are real.
I heard that too.
Like they didn't really have time to move the bodies or something, and they were just kind of because they had to dig that trench down in the ground.
It's cheaper too.
It's cheaper, and I guess nobody really knew that they were dead bodies until like later on.
Wow.
Oh, here Kira's saying that they use real bodies in the pool scene. That's why
Mhm.
Poltergeist is cursed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Can't be messing with them dead bodies.
Don't mess with dead bodies, y'all. You'll get cursed.
And there's also the Lee curse, Bruce Lee and Brandon
Oh
Lee.
yeah, Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Definitely. That one
Brett
sucks.
has just joined and he says hello, ladies.
Hi.
And,
Yeah.
oh wait, Kira
forgot
says
about that
she
one.
thinks it's debunked, but I think that's about Frankie's comment saying, "What about the Wizard of Oz dead Munchkin?"
The dead Munchkin or the guy that hung himself on the tree in the background?
Oh, I thought that was the
I was about to say.
That wasn't a Munchkin.
Oh, I
No,
thought
I
it
think that
was.
was just a
That's
man.
what they say is it was a munchkin hanging.
That's what I
Oh
heard,
really?
yeah.
I thought it was just a man too.
I thought it was a set guy, like, or a janitor or something like
Well,
Well, janitors can't be
They
Munchkins.
say though that it was actually a big bird that somehow got onto the set, but like it's weird because it looks nothing like a bird. But that was the debunked was that it was a bird.
It's like saying it's like saying that
Well, I
you
don't-
hear
I don't
Laura.
In the
That you hear
Blu-ray,
what?
in the Blu-rays, they added in like you can clearly tell they added in a big bird.
Oh,
Everyone
really?
thought it was.
Wow,
Oh,
that's
really?
awesome.
Trying to
And
cover
it
shit
would make
up.
more sense
I
that it's a
know.
full-size
I mean, it
man.
makes sense that they would cover it
Oh,
up
yeah.
because I mean that's Hollywood, hey.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like
It would make more sense, but I've
it's
always
like how
heard
the
it was
government
munchkin.
is covering
That
stuff
was-
up. Huh? I get
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, hi.
Robert Gage says, as a kid, whenever I spend the night at Frankie's house, he'd make me watch Sleepaway Camp, but I think it was because he liked the end.
Dirty? Don't get it.
And Greg says the guy that hung himself was the guy who did not get the Wizard of Oz role.
Really?
So it was a man though, or was it a
No,
munchkin?
it was a man.
It was man.
So a man then.
Men can be munchkins.
Munchkins will be men.
I just
Yeah,
mean like it
munchkin.
wasn't meant to play
Not a real
munchkin.
man?
Munchkin lives matter.
Now munchkins can
Hashtag
identify
munchkin
as whatever
lives
they
matter.
want.
Ty, you played the game.
Munchkin
Okay?
can be a thief, an elf.
I just mean it's not someone playing a munchkin who was trying to be the wizard.
The Munchkins in that movie were real. They weren't like CGI.
Okay, get off with the damn munchkins.
I know. I was
already.
about to say, Frankie, shut the fuck up.
But munchkins cannot be paladins.
They cannot be paladins.
No, they cannot be paladins.
What about Valkyries?
That's a fact.
They can be hung inside of a
You
movie.
see what I have to deal with? I've been
I know.
doing this
How do you
all
work
day
under
with
these
them.
conditions?
I don't know. I've been doing this all day with them.
For those people that don't know the end of Sleepaway Camp, I'm gonna spoil it for you.
No, go watch it. Let them go watch it.
It's one of my favorite movies, and I actually got to
I
meet
hate
the lady
that she does that. She does
I-
that for like 5 seconds.
It's crazy.
I got to meet her, and she was awesome.
What's her name?
Uh,
Rose, right?
Rose.
Yeah,
Felicia?
Felissa Rose.
Felissa. Yeah, Felissa.
Okay, I
That's a
won't
good
ruin
movie,
it.
though.
I won't ruin it.
Don't ruin it.
Just know that it ends like that.
Have you seen the light switches?
Brett says
Yes.
nice tattoos.
He's talking to you.
Brett says nice tattoos.
Thank you very much.
They're
And,
very beautiful.
I
don't have
collected them
them.
myself.
Kira says that somebody told her that it was a scarecrow prop instead of a body on Wizard of Oz,
Oh.
which is actually a theory in another movie that got debunked because of something like that. 3 Men and a Baby. You guys heard of that one?
Yeah,
Oh,
the poster
There
board
was
in
a
the back.
ghost in the window. It was
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
a cardboard
Cardboard.
cutout of one of the characters in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
It
one.
was a
actually
Pierce
was
Brosnan one
debunked.
from 007 like we have.
Is it?
When I,
People are-
when I was a kid, that scared the shit out of me.
Which one?
Like that photo.
Three Men and a
The
Baby?
Three Men
Oh,
and a
oh.
Baby photo.
I've actually never seen it.
It looks so
What?
flat though.
Oh, you're just a baby.
Well, I
I
mean, I was a
forget.
kid.
I don't.
Yeah,
I've seen the movie,
like-
but I don't remember seeing the ghost.
Oh.
Kira says, "Do it, Frankie."
Oh, to
Not too
ruin
much.
the ending?
Well, okay, do you guys know the ending, right? Can you guys say it on camera?
I'm gonna do that. She can tell it.
All right.
She is a he. That's all I gotta say.
And she hangs dong.
Holy Frankie!
Well, tell it all.
That's how it ends. Yeah. Straight up
I
dumb.
know. Who else but Quagmire? But yeah, so basically at the end of the movie, you find out that she's actually a boy, and so she's just kind of been like having this secret and going crazy, basically, sort of.
But she was supposedly raised that way in the movie, right? And kind of like.
Yeah, they raised her, the mother or something
him
wanted
up.
her to be a girl, right?
Something
Frankie?
like that. It's been a long time.
Right.
Say again?
since I've seen
The
movie.
mother basically wanted him to be a girl, so she.
Well,
she had
actually, she
him
was
grow up.
adopted by her aunt.
Right.
But her aunt already had a son, so she raised him as,
As a girl.
girl.
Yeah. And so she just grew up being
Right.
really silent like that because she was actually a boy, and she's probably going crazy during all of that. And then you see that she has a penis at the end. So everyone's all like, whoa.
It's a really good movie.
Swings
People
on to the rainbow.
people should go watch it. It's a really good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's a good movie. I liked it a lot. When I saw it, I was like, oh shit. Oh. So it was good.
That movie's a little trippy.
Robert says, "Naked creepy dance on the beach."
Yep. They groupie dance on the beach.
It's the end of.
No.
She likes to meet people on the waterfront after the social, so. Yeah.
I would.
Anyway.
Because you weren't invited.
Robert says, speaking of Munchkins, he shares a birthday with Brad Williams. They were both born on Friday the 13th, 1984.
Sweet.
Aw.
I'm actually
That's a
little
great
confused.
birthday.
Which one's Brad Williams?
Which
Friday the
month?
13th,
Which month Friday Friday?
Who invented
Was
Munchkins?
1984? Was it in November?
Yeah, what month?
Steve Jackson.
You said
It
everything
doesn't-
but the month.
Yeah.
Just curious.
Who's Brad Williams?
I have no idea.
Guys, Porter has joined.
Maybe
Hi,
he's
Porter.
Like a king or something?
January, by the way.
Oh, January.
He wouldn't even be alive yet.
What were you?
November.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Yep, day after Halloween.
You a Scorpio?
Scorpio.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Such a
oh,
nut. I'm like, Pisces.
Oh.
Dude, I'm just
You're like, oh.
So, do you girls think that they should keep it shelved, or that it's been so many years they should try to do it again? And if you think they should reboot it, who would you like to see die? I mean, take the role.
Who do you want to see die?
Jonah Hill. I'm just kidding.
Chubby little white guys. Am I right? No, I'm kidding.
Well, he does
Oh,
meet the criteria.
Brad Williams is a comedian.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys didn't know that?
He does the one. He's
Who's
all.
Brad Williams?
Oh, I did hear
They
you.
told us the
Sorry.
plane couldn't take off because it was overweight, so they asked if people would get off. So I said, okay, I'll get off. And then the plane took off. Like one midget, and then the plane took off. It was hilarious.
Oh, That's really sad.
But yeah, who would you guys want to see play in the role?
I stand by my comment.
Really though?
Yeah. why
I
not?
mean, it makes sense.
well, it's because everybody's getting skinny in Hollywood now.
I know. I'm like, I can't think of any more chubby people.
Seth Rogen.
I was just going to say that, but I don't want him to die.
No.
I'm getting tired of Seth Rogen's shenanigans. This is the same role.
He's like,
It's like he sounds like a grungy Muppet.
oh my god, I don't know what's going on over here. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Dig up
What's
John
that new
Candy.
one? Is he in Wreck-It
jeez.
Ralph? They're doing another
No,
one.
that's John C. Reilly, and I
Oh,
love
that's
Wreck-It
right,
Ralph.
that's right. Oh my god. There's a second one.
They waited too long.
I know. But I'm so excited.
Oh, they waited long for
like,
that Incredibles.
They go for
Kevin James.
Yeah.
I know.
Kevin James,
Kevin
yes.
James.
No.
No, don't let him die.
Yeah, let's take Kevin James.
Yeah.
Let's take him.
I'm sorry.
I feel like we
Dave Chappelle, let him do it. Let Kevin James go.
equality.
Skinny black guy.
Yeah. Go way
Like-
left field, and the curse won't even count.
Yeah.
The girl was like, I don't want to be racist,
what's that one
but it
female
doesn't really
comedian
work that
who
way.
Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer to do it.
Oh,
yes.
please.
Amy
Oh, let her do
Please.
it.
Just do a gender swap.
I was about to say,
Oh,
that'd be the greatest gender bend ever.
If it murdered her, yeah.
Oh.
We're not confirming or denying that we want that to happen.
Yes.
Yes,
not
we
at all.
are.
No, I just think that
Joe
in
is-
this day and age, why does it have to be a man? Why can't it be Amy Schumer? that
Why
plays
can't we be
the role
equal?
in Atuk?
Why did it have to be a gender at all? Why can't it just be gender fluid?
Why can't it be a stuffed animal?
Well, you need
Yeah.
to empower women more. That's what.
Why
What if
can't
it
it be
was
Shut your
that
mouth, sir.
How do you
softbox?
know they identify
Is he
women?
stirring a
Okay,
pot?
what if it was animated?
Yeah.
I think Amy Schumer
He needs to lick
does,
that
I
spoon
don't
and get
know.
it over
Mm.
Joe is the funniest. This is why.
You just see that? You
Great.
just see that?
Nobody likes me. They just feel bad for me.
People.
What the fuck? Yeah, right.
I'm just kidding, Ty.
I'm gonna kill you.
It's okay. I'll let you.
Anyway.
I'm gonna have you read the lead.
I'm sorry.
I'm like, fuck Amy Schumer. No, I'm kidding.
It's turned a weird turn for Curse.
I know, I'm sorry. I know, I'm like, we're taking this seriously, but at the same time, we are curious. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it would affect the now. If they unlocked it and they brought it back out, I think it would continue with that weird.
Frankie Rodriguez says, let Hillary Clinton read the lead.
That's not a bad idea. I also vote Hillary Clinton. No offense. No offense
She's not
to everyone
big
out there.
enough. Maybe Sarah Huckabee.
I think she could, like, get there easily, though.
So messed up.
Adele? Have Adele read the lead?
But then
No.
who's gonna set fire to the
No.
ring? Yeah, who's gonna
She's
touch
the
her
only
face?
one.
I like Frankie's
that
idea.
has
It's gonna
ever
touch her
set
face.
fire to the ring.
Yeah.
No, she lost me at hello.
Nah.
No, like her earlier stuff was great. But
You mean she had you at hello? I'm gonna lean.
It's a film thing.
I'm gonna read the lead. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. Anyway.
Ouch.
Don't do it.
Hello?
Don't do it. I love you.
All right. Here's a interesting question. Totally,
What?
whatever you want to go with it. If you could make up a curse to make people believe it
Oh my god.
about any movie in Hollywood, any one actor, whatever you want to do, what kind of curse would you make up?
Ooh, ooh.
Explosive diarrhea.
I know
What?
one.
Sorry.
I know one.
What?
Everybody in Seth Rogen's movie, like in that film crew, is all in like a cult. Because they're always hanging around each other.
I feel like it'd be something with Adam Sandler.
Anyone who looks
Oh,
his
the
crew.
Happy Gilmore crew.
Yeah.
It's all a cult.
anyone who looks Steve Buscemi straight in the face. turns
Shut
to
up.
That's why you never see it happen.
It's always at an angle.
He's got the crazy ass on leash, and it'll just start. It'll get you. It'll suck you
If
in.
Steve Buscemi and Forrest Whitaker ever look each other in the eyes, every A-list actor dies.
I'm sorry, everyone.
What?
You guys should just like come in the show with us, because I think that's funny. Poor Ben.
I just did a spit
He's
take.
spittle,
So who do you
He
think would be a
spittles a
good
little.
mashup?
Oh, gosh.
right? I know. I'm like, I want to hear your guys' answers.
know.
Pick a curse and a crew, or an actor.
Curse it, crew it, actor it.
Or script
Yeah.
it.
Or script it.
Oh yeah, pick a movie. Like all the
Ooh, what
people
would be a good
clueless.
movie?
Hereditary.
Stop. We're
Well,
gonna go
Hereditary.
see it.
I want to go see that
No,
one.
We're gonna
not
go
if you
see it
watch
on
it if
Friday.
you acted in it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Woo.
Yeah, it hasn't been long
You wanna
enough
go with us? You could be my date.
for people to
We'll
start
double
dying
date.
off.
Oh, Ty, Mandy has joined us.
Hi, Mandy.
Just
Wait,
so you
Mandy,
guys
right?
know-
Texas?
Yes.
Hi, Mandy.
Just so you guys know, like years in the future, all the hereditary cast is gonna start just dying off.
Offing one
Yeah.
by one.
No.
It will be the little girl first because it'll be really, really sad.
Yeah.
No, it'll be the little girl last, so everybody suspects that she really was cursed
Yeah,
and
I was thinking
caused
back
everyone to
onto
die.
like
Oh my god.
Poltergeist, but yeah, you're right. Like,
I like
that would be more original.
Last
Oh,
man standing.
a viewer
She was like
curse.
the one in the middle, and
Anyone
like no
who
one
watched
cared.
the Transformers movie in theaters lost money.
Oh my god, what?
No, that's true.
Yeah, I think
It's called-
That is a
You
curse
can't
that
just say
happened.
true
It's called
one.
the Michael Bay effect.
The Michael Bay effect.
He makes a couple of okay movies. Come on, don't leave it
That's
alone.
funny.
Which
I like
one?
Pain and Gain.
Which one?
I like Pain and Gain.
Bad
Boys are
Bad
good.
Boys was good.
Bad
was
boys,
good.
I didn't know
bad
you did
boys.
Bad Boys.
What
Yeah,
you
I know
gonna
this.
do? What
That's
you
it.
gonna do when they come
I don't know.
for you?
Bad Have you seen Reno
Yeah, I don't
911?
know.
What?
Have you seen Reno 911
Oh,
the movie?
if you slap
Yes.
That's what it reminds
Oh,
me
I
of.
thought that was a movie.
here's a curse for you guys.
Okay.
I love
If you
Reno
slap
911.
Gabriel Iglesias' body fat, you will explode.
Wait, what was it?
If you slap
We're both
Gabriel
like,
Iglesias' body fat, you will explode.
Oh.
He's just like,
Mandy says, "OMG, Ty."
OMG, hi.
Alright.
You mean his belly fluff?
His butt, yes.
Belly
his
He,
belly
flat.
there's
fluff.
no fat, it's fluff, right?
Hey, Fluffy.
Yeah, racist. You blow yourself up. That's funny. Ha.
Do
Yeah.
any of you guys believe that what we were talking about prior? Do you guys believe whether or not this is something that's connected, or do you guys think maybe it might be
Or do you think it's a
coincidence?
hoax?
Yeah, or somebody just kind of playing the.
Yeah, I want to know. Do you guys believe in that kind of thing? Do you believe in curses? Do you believe in urban legends? You're a hoax.
It's a hoax. They didn't die. Yeah, none of the actors. They're all still alive right now.
They're all
They're
Well,
in
I mean,
Antarctica.
like, do you think
He's
it's a
gonna come to the door right now.
coincidence?
I would.
One of the
Now we bring our
Phil
guest.
Hartman just walks in. Hey,
What are you talking about me for?
Hey,
What are
I'm
you talking
Troy
about?
McClure.
Hey guys, my friend Chris Farley is going to be coming by in just a second.
Chris
Dude,
Farley,
all
he
these
died.
years.
Sorry, I didn't mean
Dun,
hoax,
dun,
but like you
dun.
know, do you think it was fake news?
Or maybe it's just coincidence, not a curse.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you think it's coincidence?
I think it's a hoax.
You think it's a hoax?
Yeah.
What do you
I think they
They're all
already made
alive.
the movie and it was okay.
Yeah.
I think Ellen
I think they
DeGeneres
just
is a robot.
they watched it and they're like, this
I believe
is gonna
that.
make money.
I can see that. I don't want to believe it, but I can
Who
see
is?
that.
What do you think, Frankie?
Ellen DeGeneres is a robot.
Say again.
Do you think it's real, or you think it's
He
coincidence?
thinks it's real,
Oh,
I think it's real.
Mandy,
Yeah.
Mandy says she believes that Poltergeist is cursed as hell.
right? Oh,
Yeah.
for real though, I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe it.
That one.
Dead bodies and everything.
The Titanic set is cursed. The one they
Really?
have in
Oh,
Mexico.
that's right.
Bunch of Mexicans died, but that could just.
That's
be
not
like-
true. I went there. I didn't die. I'm
Well,
Mexican.
You're not Mexican.
Oh, okay.
You're in Bakersfield, you don't
The
count.
Transformers curse is real.
Yeah,
Fake makes
everybody
sense here,
did
but
lose
still.
money.
Yeah.
I know, I was there. Well,
What
it was
happened?
The Michael Bay effect. You know,
The curse, yeah.
Um,
That's the only real
Michael Bay curse.
That feels.
I went to the theater when Transformers were released. I did lose money.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
intense.
remember watching the movie.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
don't.
it's-
I don't
I
either.
can't remember.
But I did
just
lose money.
Remember walking into the doors and walking out.
I remember
was like, where'd my
sitting
money
and
go?
then I
And
remember
time.
walking out.
Yeah,
Like
I
2
lost
hours
time,
gone.
money. I didn't get the popcorn that I bought. Pissed me off.
Tony looks at the watch and he's just like, 2 hours.
There's
Where'd they go?
a Here, but it's like.
Is it nighttime now?
Yeah,
up and
I
down.
know, huh?
Okay.
He goes outside. What happened to the sun? Huh? They're
Comment
doing
problem.
something.
You guys-
Well,
Technical difficulties in the back.
gosh, this guy's gotta get their shit together.
I know, right?
Gosh, can't work on
Fucking
these dishes.
professionals.
Uh,
Get it together.
Here it says John C. Riley.
Say
John
that again?
C. Riley. Oh, for
John
Wreck-It
C.
Ralph. That's what.
John C. Riley.
Yeah.
Sweet. I love him.
Oh,
I just think he's
Frankie heard that
hilarious.
One Night Stand of the Dead is haunted.
One night.
Yeah.
Oh
and,
my
The
gosh.
main actress, I think the blonde, is like, yeah, she's cursed. Yeah, it could be
I heard
terrible.
the chubby curly haired one died already.
She did.
Like
What?
in it. It was
That's why I
weird.
put haunted in the little quotes.
Ah!
Okay.
That's funny.
Okay, so
I can't even be
There's
mad.
this movie, right?
They're talking
Called
about a movie
Time
that we
Travel
did.
that
Oh.
never existed.
You're like,
But the actors who filmed it say it actually happened.
It technically did.
It technically did.
Could have.
Yeah. Time travel?
Time travel.
Yeah. It never happened, but it did.
What is it called? Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Mandela effect.
The Mandela,
Yeah. Yeah. We Mandela'd our own movie.
We Mandela.
What were you calling it? You were calling it something way weird.
Mandela.
She's
No.
calling it the medulla oblongata.
Yeah, she called it like the medulla effect. I was
No,
like, no,
I
it's
didn't.
Mandela.
Mandela.
You think
Yeah,
you thought
Mandy
you
says
saw what you
devil
saw,
doesn't
but
want
you
man to
didn't.
believe
Maybe you did. I don't know. You did.
So
Whoa.
any film that addresses the
I'm
balance between
sure.
holy and holy, Eve will push back.
What happened? You guys keep talking to yourself and then saying a comment. I can't tell if you're talking to
Okay,
yourselves or.
Devil doesn't want man to believe he exists, so any film that addresses the battle between holy and unholy, he will push back. Which
Ooh.
I kind of feel like that might be true because my comic is like being pushed back like a lot. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Goddamn
a
devil
curse.
back there.
It's the devil.
That's the curse.
I do hear a lot of like paranormal happening around those kind of movies. That's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It draws to it.
Yeah.
So haunted. No,
Is
I'm
that
kidding.
what? Is that what
It's gonna be a doozy.
Maybe, no.
Oh, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Hmm?
Atuk was a comedy though, so that's.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah, I talk. It was like a normal movie.
I mean, Chris Farley was supposed to be a little
Chris
bit
Farley in an Exorcist movie. I don't want to watch that.
He's the
I'm
priest.
sorry, I'm thinking of all the horrible things that would happen in that movie.
Adam
He's the
Sandler
priest.
played Sir William Turkey.
It's like
I don't want him to suck at.
Jim Carrey in that. What was that
Oh.
movie?
23.
23.
Yo, that movie was trippy.
That
I
movie.
hated that movie.
That movie was amazing.
23?
That movie was
That movie was
trippy.
The
terrible.
number 23.
Miguel, you're such a filmmaker now. You hate everything.
I knew exactly what was going to happen before it even started.
Okay. Not a lot of people.
What?
Well, not a lot of people. My mom and my brother got mad at me, but I guess the ending to The Sixth Sense. And
Oh my gosh.
They were like mad at me.
Aww.
Throw some at you.
They're all like,
Does everybody live happily ever after and stuff?
Yeah, kinda.
yeah, totally. And I was all like, is that guy a ghost? And they were like, and then they were like, you're the ghost. And I was like, ha, shit. And then they were like,
Shit.
they were like, you've seen this before. I was like, no, I haven't.
Eh,
They got mad at me.
Mandela effect.
Mandela effect.
They don't remember seeing
Okay.
it. They don't remember it
The
was
film
No.
Shazam-
They wanted me to watch it. Oh,
Comment from Andy.
The film Shazam with Sinbad is a prime example of the Mandela effect.
Yes, I do remember that as a kid. I remember there was Shazam and
Sinbad.
Kazan
Yeah.
and Kazam.
Yeah.
Kazam was Shaq.
Yeah.
I remember both those movies.
and
Apparently they never happened.
both of them.
Well, one of them didn't happen.
The Shaq movie happened.
Yeah,
the Sinbad
Shazam
movie.
did not.
No, the Sinbad movie did. It did happen.
Oh.
You can ask my parents. My parents remember that movie too.
Amnesia.
That's a really good
How would that
example.
work as amnesia?
I thought
I'm
the
sorry.
thing was like,
Ronnie Richards has joined.
Hey,
Hi.
Ronnie.
Hey, Ron, what's going on? Are you gonna be there on Friday?
This is the Bakersfield gentleman.
okay,
Hi.
you guys remember Berenstein Bears?
Yeah.
Or Berenstein?
Oh my God! Here
No,
we go, Tony.
no.
Shut the fuck up.
It's the Berenstain Bears.
Yes.
It always has been.
It's
AIN.
Bernstein Bears.
AIN.
You remember
AIN or
Steen?
EIN?
Bernstein
It's
Bears.
Steen.
That's
Okay,
all
I
we had.
remember-
It was Bernstein Bears.
I fucking remember
You guys are
Steen.
wrong.
Just because you're being anti-Semitic while you read, it's not our problem.
No,
Dang.
I'm dyslexic and I am
Shaggy.
offended.
Shaggy.
I believe I believe it was pronounced Power Rangers.
Power Rangers.
Yeah. Oh, I was reading
my
on
God, I
books.
remember
Yeah,
that.
I was calm now, so.
Mandy Wright said it did happen.
So,
Which
the
did?
Sinbad.
Oh,
believe
It
Sinbad.
did
Sinbad.
happen.
Sinbad.
It did. Because it
That-
had like almost the same setup and
I believe
everything.
Joe.
That's a really good example of I guess more conspiracy than curse. But there's another one I want to look into.
I know we just started talking about conspiracy.
that goes more for both the shows, All Things Film and for Girls Who Aren't Gin. NASA was trying to do this frequency thing where they could send information to astronauts without any physical connection or without
Right.
Wi-Fi technology. So they tried to broadcast a signal to a screen that the screen would pick up and you could see it in your mind basically. And they practiced it on kids in Texas with a show called Candle Cove. And a lot of people on Reddit were talking about, hey, I remember this show when I was a kid called Candle Cove. Kind of creepy about this guy who was a skeleton called the Skin Eater, and his whole thing is he tried to eat kids' skin to get skin back on him. And there was a
What?
scene where kids are just crying in it for some reason. But all of them had the same thing happen to them when they were watching. Their parents couldn't see anything because their parents couldn't see the same frequencies they saw as kids.
Because they only did it to the kids.
Yeah, and I don't know if this is real. I'll have to do more research, but somebody said that was a real experiment that that NASA was doing, and Candle Cove was a real show that they made for that reason.
Wasn't it kind of like a puppet show or something like that? It was a
Yes.
weird. It was kind of like what
Like
was
a
that?
creepy-
Like the
HR
banana.
Puffin stuff?
Yes, HR Puffin stuff. Yeah, it was.
These kids wouldn't know about that.
Yeah,
Come on.
no,
I
it was
told you
something.
about
It
that.
was kind of like that, but newer for that time, and it was but it was really far out and weird and creepy. Because I've seen I've seen.
So
those
then what
kind of
happened to
videos.
it? They just abandoned that.
Well, they started getting Wi-Fi technology better, so there's no reason to use that frequency anymore because it was
Got
hurting
it.
people's heads, like giving headaches and
Wow.
stuff.
Yeah. They were like, kids are crying and everything. I don't know why. It was.
Mandy also said, is sticking to her guns. She said, damn it, Frankie, I've seen it. Because Frankie said no in the comments.
Shut up,
Frankie's
Frankie.
being a brat. Just don't
Frankie's a
listen to
brat.
Frankie.
Don't listen to him.
Don't listen.
This
We
is
have
not the
another show
biggest
called
Don't
Don't
Listen
Listen to
Show.
Frankie. If Frankie tells you a whole bunch of lies and one truth for an hour.
It's just an episode of everybody
And the
edited
one
from
truth
all the
is that
different
he was
shows
gay.
saying Frankie's a liar, Frankie's a liar, Frankie's a liar.
It's a good show.
Yeah,
I
Frankie's full of crap. Don't
We
listen
all
to
remember
Frankie.
that show. Everyone remembers that show, right?
It's
Where's
totally
Frankie?
Mandela
Mandela.
Not
effect.
Mandela.
Mandela.
Medulla
I didn't say
oblongata.
Mandela
Also,
either.
Mandy says,
I don't
they
remember what I
live,
said.
we sleep.
They live, we sleep.
They-
You could-
Da-na-na-na-na.
That's scary. Yeah, that's scary to think about.
That
And
was a
I'm
good
like,
movie,
Mandy,
though.
stop!
Doomsday,
You're
yeah.
scaring me. No.
What do you call it? I would love to do more scripted stuff where we like talk about curses and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be fun.
God, I would love that. I love that.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
And number 9, we have.
I remember
Is
Parents.
that one guy who does top 10 like creepy things? And number 9.
The one who talks
We
way too
remember.
slow.
We
Yeah,
remember.
We
I can't
remember.
think of
We
his name,
remember.
but I know exactly
So
Medulla
what
annoying.
oblongata
Weirdest
effect.
monster.
Yeah,
it sounds
Mandula
normal if you speed
oblongata.
up to like 1.25.
I thought it was Mandela
Yeah.
effect.
It is.
Do you remember that?
Because I remember it as Medulla
I'm pretty sure
oblongata
everyone else
effect.
remembers it as Mandela oblongata effect.
I know it was around
Cool.
before Mandela,
It's hot.
but they ended up
It is
naming it
hot.
after him because a lot of people, I guess, thought that he had died in prison.
Right.
Yeah, and then
And
he
he
wasn't.
didn't.
Yeah, then all of a sudden
And then he
wasn't
wasn't.
anymore.
And then he wasn't.
Yeah, and then Obama was all sad or
I coulda
something,
sworn
and
he
then
died
them-
too.
Yeah, that's what I always
Yeah,
thought.
I tell
He's
that to
dead
Lisa
though
all the
now,
time.
right?
She says I did.
I don't
I
know.
said something and I've said.
Is
I've
he?
never done it.
He's
Mandela.
dead though now.
We'll find
right?
out, but we'll be
It's
corrected.
just being
So.
wrong.
So, no, this is Ben lying.
Fucking Ben. Fucking Ben.
God.
Well, I do that.
Who was saying that earlier? Oh, it was Tony.
Yeah.
We were saying that we were gonna
Change
change
my
his
name.
name
Yeah.
legally to fucking Ben.
I think it's a good name. Good name for you.
I like it. Fucking Ben. I say that anyway all the time. So.
The peanut butter solution.
What is that?
I love you.
The what?
Butter solution.
Someone look that up.
Yeah, what is that, Mandy? What is the peanut butter
Go,
solution?
get your phone.
I was about to say,
That
someone look it up
sounds
because she's gonna have to type
Sounds
that all
kinda
really,
dirty.
really.
What do you mean peanut butter solution? What are we talking about?
Mine
Mine says I love Mandula oblongata.
Aw.
Mandula oblongata.
And actually, I do know about the peanut butter solution. I get hungry. I get these 2 pieces of bread, put some peanut butter in it.
You know
close
what?
it up.
It's true. He actually does
Just
do
like
that.
they do in
so-
Norway.
And it solves my problem. It's a solution.
Sounds so
Oh my
exotic.
god.
It's delicious. It's also how Elvis is living right now. Peanut butter sandwich.
Peanut Butter
Yep,
Solution is a
he's like-
1985 family horror fantasy film.
Family
Movies
horror
are
fantasy
by-
Speak up in the back, please.
I know. I'm like,
Also-
talk louder.
Peanut Butter Solution is a 1986 movie directed by Michael Rubin,
This is
starring Matthew
1985.
McKay, Selig
What is that?
Cicinese, and Michael Hogan.
Mandela.
Mandela. Yeah.
Mandela.
Also, Nick Haskell has just joined.
Hey, Nick.
What's up, Nick?
Hi.
Is the
You get
Mandela
guys from
thing?
Florida
is
watching.
the Mandela
Woo,
thing
hi.
is what year it was made in?
I don't
Is
know.
that what it is?
Oh, and Sloan says The Shining. Was
What
there a
about
Curse
The
of the
Shining?
Shining? I think
Was,
you-
wasn't it based off of something other than the book?
the book was based off another story.
Yeah.
About an actual
Johnny?
murder.
One of the crazy
About an
things,
actual hotel, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, one of the crazy things about The Shining is
It was actually boring.
Red
who
rum, red
directed it? All the
Kubrick.
stones? Oh, Kubrick. Yeah,
Kubrick.
okay. They say that he's the one who directed the moon landing,
Yes.
Mhm.
and they say that he put a bunch of subliminal moon landing stuff into The Shining.
Oh, yeah, like the
He
number
put
on the
he put an
door.
astronaut.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's a whole movie about it. It's pretty crazy.
I want to watch that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Also-
Can that be our
What's the
next
name-
thing?
what's the number of the
Oh
room?
my god.
It's like 2:30. No.
237. Is that it?
It's
Is that it?
No, I
It's
wanna
like a
say-
4-digit number. It's like 19
No, I
something.
think it's 3.
I think it is
3 digits.
I think it's 237.
I want to say
237,
236.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes! I'm cursed.
Oh,
my
Mandy
God.
said that it's a.
Subliminal messaging. It
It
got
is
stuck in my head.
1408.
Whoa.
Mandy Wright said it's a fucked up, scary Canadian movie for kids in the 80s. Gave kids and adults nightmares. You have to see it. It's bizarre.
Gotta
Oh
watch
my
that.
Well,
God.
obviously, it's Canadian, so it's gonna be weird.
Can this be the next show?
There was
Can we
actually-
just like watch all these movies and then talk about them?
United States.
I'm like, I'm all
There-
excited.
There's another curse or another weird conspiracy theory about The Shining, is why is a skiing resort closed in winter when that's
Oh,
when everyone
yeah.
will be skiing.
I know. I always thought of that. I was like, why is that?
Maybe they were all
closed?
dead and he was in hell.
Well, I hope they weren't dead because the wipes didn't do anything wrong.
Hold on.
That would suck.
Mandy says, we've never landed on the moon.
The Earth is flat.
Mandy, I'm gonna have to go against that, but we'll talk
Wait,
about
what
that.
happened?
She said that
We never landed on the moon?
We never landed on the moon, and the Earth is flat.
We
Wow.
didn't land on the moon because we're on the moon right now.
Boo!
If you
Everyone
call
get
Earth
up and
the
just
moon,
like
it's
walk
the
around.
moon.
I don't think.
I know.
I don't.
Just start
I don't-
freaking out.
I don't know if we've ever landed on the moon, but I don't think the 1969 one looks very real at all. Like it looks super.
Isn't
fake.
there one somewhere
because
where
Mo
they're
was older then.
wait? Isn't there one? There's like
like there's wind blowing the flag, and it's like there's no wind. on
isn't there
the
one
moon.
somewhere though where it looks like it was a landing, but it was actually underwater and it isn't
No,
that
there was a bubble that came up or something.
yeah,
Okay,
and like
okay,
there was
I've
actually
never heard
filmed of
this.
the
Hi, you were just
underwater
looking
or
at a
something.
fish tank with an astronaut in it.
Okay.
No, this is
They were
Well,
like in
who
the
placed
suits
the
or whatever,
camera
and they're supposed to
on
be
the
simulating floating in space, and you
Yeah,
see an
yeah,
air
yeah.
bubble come up behind in the background.
yeah.
Yes, I seen it. I
Michael,
seen it.
you son of a bitch.
Not
You're
even
not
paying
even paying
attention.
attention.
Show them landing.
I'm sorry, he was completely distracted. So please continue.
No.
Alright, don't continue.
We're done.
Show's
Thank you.
Show's over.
Hi.
Stand up.
5 minute
No,
warning.
here we go. Here we
Yes,
go.
5 minutes.
Oh, 5 minutes anyway. But no, she just explained it right now. There was it was a simulation, right?
Yeah, they were trying to simulate being in outer space and
Yeah.
float in outer space.
And there's
Oh,
an
that's
air
how you do
bubble.
underwater.
Yeah,
So
and
they're
there's
in-
an air bubble that
This is
came
before
up
they
or
had
something.
anti-gravity chambers.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's an air bubble in one of those.
Yeah.
videos?
Uh-huh.
I remember.
I'm gonna rewatch the moon landing.
You can. I thought you could see like a lot of wires and stuff.
I think there was one where they were like.
There was
walking,
one
you
where
could
they
see
were
wires.
saying that there was wires. I think that's a
Well,
separate
you-
one
Have you ever
altogether, though.
Googled the Earth, a photo of the Earth, like go Google planet Earth or just Earth, and then you click on images? A lot of them are not legit photos. They pretty much all tell you that they're made photos.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they're doctored. Yeah,
Yeah,
Or
they're
not
doctored of
real
the
at all.
Earth. So
Yeah.
how come we don't have any real ones of the Earth if we have thousands or millions
Well,
or
from
however
the
many
moon.
satellites?
The
we have?
I mean,
Universal
it'd have to be
logo,
much
I'm
farther
pretty sure
away
that's
from
real.
the
No, I'm
ground.
kidding.
The Earth is massive.
The one that
Right.
follows.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why they
like,
take
and then the
multiple
words.
pictures and, like, facing the, like.
But we got satellites that are going like all the way out to like
Yeah.
Saturn and shit. So
Well,
I mean that's a far enough distance to
Here's
take
the-
a
here's
good
the thing.
photo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck, driving to Delano's far enough for me.
If they take too many photos of Earth, you're gonna see all the alien spacecrafts they don't want you to see.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh
Don't
my
get
god.
bigger.
And then
why
on all
aren't
the-
they by Saturn and all them though?
Like,
Oh, there's
like the
some
company
crazy
Saturn.
stuff.
'Cause
You
they already
asked
put a
that
ring on
question,
it.
Ty, but you don't want to know that.
You don't want. You
If
don't want
you
to
like
get
it,
into
you
this.
should
We're
put a
gonna
ring
get
on
this-
it.
Oh my god. too many-
Mandy's saying that it's not a ski resort. In the States Park where she lives near, where The Shining was written, it used to close in the winter because the roads were closed because of the winter.
In Colorado?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's where it took
And the
place.
drive from where she lives is referring to the Sidewinder in the
Let's
book.
go. Let's go. Mandy, we're taking a trip. We're
Ooh, that's
visiting
cool.
you now. And
We're gonna have
go.
a car wash the next couple weekends.
Look,
So we can get
Right?
the phones
Are you
up
want to
together.
donate to the Patreon?
Or subscribe to the Patreon.
Well, let's go visit Andy.
Oh yeah, let's go right now.
Yeah. Hold on, Mandy.
Everyone pack your shit.
To the mystery machine.
Oh, mystery machine. That'd be awesome. Anyway,
Bookmobile.
but
The bookmobile.
I think we're running out of time. Actually.
Oh yeah.
Atuk. No kidding.
Atuk.
We got way off base with everything, but this was fun. I like
We all
these
kept
kinds
it
of shows.
relatively relevant to one another.
Relatively relevant.
Yeah, because they were all about curses
Well,
and stuff,
except
and then
for
we
me
trailed
and
off, and
Forrest
then we came
Whitaker.
back.
Conspiracy theories,
Oh,
legends.
Yeah.
This girl's going gin. Hi, how's it going? But yeah, that was a fun show. So
thank you for having me on this week.
yeah, it was great. Of course. Next time I'll get both girls Gorangen. We've had a show with Lauren before, so I thought the next one that we had it would be Joe. So I thought that was cool. Yeah. Yay. But anyway, I was almost gonna say I'm Ty Hooks. Josh isn't even here. But yeah. Well, have a good time. Have a good night. Love y'all, and we'll see you next time. Be sure to check in all the shows, and you know which ones they are. Go ahead and watch those videos, like All Things Film, and like Girls Gorangen because she's amazing, and the other shows because they're in the background. And yeah, love you guys, and we'll see you next time.
Have a good night.
Bye.
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 Tony.